What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Hey, everybody. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. And let's get started today. Today is Turn Up Tuesday, and I've got a great conversation for you all. So let's join in. All right. I've got a question for you. What is your potential? Now, that sounds like kind of a wide, broad, question, but I just want you to think about that. What do you think your potential is? Think about that for a second. Now, most of you don't know. Statistics will say most of you don't know, but here's what's interesting about it. Most of you, and there's some data, Napoleon Hill and all the other stuff, and all these self-help books, they've not really come up with a number, but you can see by the research and the conversation they have, they say that about 98% of you do not know what your potential is. And what's even more just frightening is that you're not even trying to figure it out. Now, I want to tell you guys a story, okay? Hot in the studio. I want to share with you a story. All right. When I was a kid, okay, probably around the age of 10, I started stealing gum from my mom. My mom liked this double mint, Wrigley's double mint gum that came in that green package with the black letters. And they used to sell them in the 10 packs. Now, you know what? I'm going to have to go back and ask my mom, like, what was it about that gum? She didn't like the juicy fruit or the spearmint. She liked the double mint. It seemed like to have a little bite to it. Well, just like I used to steal her butter pecan ice cream because she used to buy us that nasty old Neapolitan, and then my brothers would dig out the chocolate and dig out the vanilla, and the nasty old strawberry would be left effed in there. And so my mom would buy herself a little bitty thing of butter pecan. And of course, I'm like, let me try that. And I tried it, and I've been hooked. My daughter actually likes the butter pecan because I used to buy them different flavors, and then she started eating mine. She liked butter pecan. So just kind of thought, all right, I digress. But I started taking the gum from my mom, sneaking into their room. She had the packs. I started out with one. Then it went to two. And eventually I got up to just taking a pack. And I believe one day my mom, hey, who took my gum? I don't know, but I was in there stealing gum. And I believe what happened one day is there was no gum, but I saw some change. Now, remember, this is in the 1970s. So penny candy was around. Now Laters, what was those? Now Laters, Jawbreakers, Mary Janes, Nut Chews, all these things you could buy for a penny. So if I took a nickel, I could get 5 things. And literally, as a kid, that would last me, the whole day. But then eventually I moved up to taking 10 cents. And then a quarter, and then I think 50-cent piece. I don't think I actually got up to taking, dollar coins. But I believe what also happened at that moment was my dad used to have that Crown Royal bag. Now, you guys all know what I'm talking about, that Crown Royal bag. And my dad used to keep coins in there. And usually, most of the time, it was filled mostly with quarters. So I'd be taking quarters out of there. And so I just kept upping the ante. And finally, it got to the point where I don't even know if there was change. I believe I saw the money up in there, didn't take it, but the carnival came to town, and I took $20. Now, I took that $20, and think about it. In 1975 times, I'm gonna put it up on the screen because I don't know right off the top of my head. Maybe I should have done that research before, but I'll put on the screen what $20 is worth today. Now, put that money in the hands of a 10-year-old and then just put it in the context of 1975 buying power. I couldn't spend it fast enough. So the word got around the neighborhood that I had taken this money. This kid was running around with all this money. I couldn't spend it. Make a long story short, I got back home and I got the beating of a lifetime. I mean, still to this day, I have a mark on my arm from the beating that I got from my dad. He was about to hit me in the face and I put my arm up and it blocked the blow, but that mark it left a mark on my arm. But what I'm getting at, okay, well, let's not get sidetracked with the punishment and, should he be, child abuse and all the stuff like that. If that was the case, we wouldn't have any parents back in the 60s and in the 70s. That was part of the deal, even though we've evolved and we don't do that anymore. But here's what I'm getting at, is that I got punished by my parents because I didn't punish or I did not discipline myself. I did not put myself on punishment. My parents put me on restriction. That was another thing with me is, as of right now, I have a high pain tolerance. So my parents would whoop me and I didn't care. I was like that slave in the David Chappelle skit, or I was like Kunta Kinte when they chopped his foot off. That was the only way that my parents were going to stop me from doing the things that I did, was actually just restrict me from going outside. So what I'm getting at is there were consequences. There was punishment for what I did wrong, okay? Because I wasn't young enough. I wasn't old enough to know to say, hey, that you're going down the right road. Discipline yourself to stop doing that, okay? Now let's go back to the top. What is your potential? And so my thing is, I said it before, 98% of us, I don't even believe we even try hard enough to reach our potential. Most of us are waiting until we're backed into a corner before we try to discipline ourselves and try to reach our potential or be the best that we can be. We shouldn't wait until we're backed into a corner. See, my parent, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the beauties of parenthood, is that you're trying to teach your children to discipline themselves before they have to be disciplined by something else. Perfect example is I disciplined myself to become a professional baseball player. Then I got injured. And from there, my life started spiraling out of control. I got injured. That spiraled into my career being cut short. I went through depression. I went through homelessness. Homelessness resulted in me committing a crime, an armed robbery, and then I ended up being incarcerated. So now, actually in that window of the crime and being incarcerated, I was facing a minimum of 19 to 67 years for an armed robbery with 3 counts of kidnapping. Now think about that. I'm now back into a corner. I have no other options. And thankful for a power greater than myself. There's so many things, and in one of my videos, and I'll probably redo the video to kind of update it, is that so many things happened to where that time got reduced down to 4 years. Now, here's what I'm getting at. I'm going right back to the top. What is your potential, and are you at least even in pursuit of it? Here I am in prison, getting myself backed into a corner, almost not having the opportunity to be my best, which is what I'm doing right now. Because I ran into so many people while I was locked up who made just a horrific decision like I did, but did not have the family support, did not have the money, just was not able to put together a legal strategy to get themselves out of it. There were people in there that I ran into that had the exact same charge, and they got a minimum of 21 years, and then there were some other people that got higher charges. You see what I'm saying? Now, they would probably be running around saying that, you know what, man, I want to be my best, but now the weight of that prison sentence, it crushes you. It's like, well, then why even waste my time? So my point to you is, what is your potential? Are you even trying to live up to that potential? Are you even trying to? Okay? you should be spending the rest of your life to try to be the best person that you can be. Because I believe we do one of three things in our lives. We either are trying to pursue our best, okay? We're either going to try to, if we're not going to do that, we're either going to try to help somebody else out, or we just kind of freeze and move and, just move out of the way. But that would be the best thing. If you're not going to pursue your best, if you're not going to help somebody else, then by all means, get the hell out of the way for all those people that are trying to be their best. And all those that are trying to be their best, I'm right with you, because we're all trying to plan our greatness. Now make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the notification so you can get the updates every time I come out with a video. I'll be coming out with one of these every Tuesday. And as I always finish, plan your greatness. Wait a minute. You hear that intro music? You hear that outro music? That's my boy. That's my boy Jamari. He put that little beat together. But here we go again. Plan your greatness. You know why? Because no one else will.
A young boy once was all alone. No one knew he was home.